What up, guys? It's Duran, and right here in front of me, I finally got him, guys. This is one of the most highly requested shoes on the channel right now. This is the Nike LeBron 17. Now, this is the shoe that I was actually very excited for because, as you guys all know, this shoe right here, the LeBron 16 was one of my favorite shoes from 2019. I think it was right behind a Jordan 29 as the best shoe from last year. So I was pretty excited to see how Nike was going to follow these up. And when I saw the initial photos of the LeBron 17, I was actually very disappointed in them for a lot of different reasons. However, I did get a chance to play with these on the court for a couple of hours. So I thought it would be a good idea to kind of give you guys my initial thoughts on them, as well as point out the three biggest changes that Nike made on the LeBron 17 from the 16. So hopefully at the end of this video, you can kind of decide for yourself whether or not you should pick up the new model or maybe stick with the old model at a reduced price. Sound like a plan? All right, let's do this. The biggest change that Nike made on the LeBron 17 from the 16 has got to be the cushion. Nike has officially put in the largest air unit to ever be in a basketball sneaker with the setup that the 17s have. And while full-length Max Zoom Air has always been a cushion setup that kind of caters to a certain preference, the setup that we saw Nike implement in the 16s was extremely versatile. And I could even see people who don't like Max Zoom Air really enjoying what the 16s had to offer. But this time around with the 17s, that just isn't gonna be the case. This is Max Zoom Air to the highest degree. And if you wanna feel the court under your foot at any capacity, these are just gonna be a hard pass because that air unit is so big that it honestly feels like you're walking at an elevated state. So much so that when I was playing in these, all of my shots were strong because it really felt like I was playing an inch or two off the ground, which honestly does a lot for my ego. But with that kind of added height, it really messes with your game and it takes some getting used to. The feel of the cushion itself also takes some break-in time because right out of the box, it is going to be stiff. It's a really explosive setup. So if you're coming from a low profile foam-based setup or even a regular Zoom Air to this Max Zoom Air unit, you're gonna get that fatigue feeling in your foot for the first couple of playthroughs. But once you get over that hump, everything normalizes and you shouldn't feel anything but that Zoom Air goodness. Again though, Air is already an acquired taste. So if you haven't experienced Air already, I don't think the LeBron 17 is going to be a good introduction to it because it's such a ridiculously overpowered version of it. And I think that's gonna turn a lot of people off of it. I mean, even for someone like myself who really enjoys Max Zoom Air, the break-in period with this was really testing my patience. But you never know, maybe the more hours I put into it, the better it'll get. But as of right now, I actually prefer the setup that was used in the LeBron 16s, and I think you guys will like it better too. The second major change that Nike made on these is the materials. Now, Nike has been advertising these with a new piece of technology called Knitposit. In reality, that's just a marketing name because we've seen this type of knitted upper before that has hard glue plastered in certain areas strategically for more support. However, I really like what Nike did with these and I think I prefer it over what was used last year. For starters, the Knitposit areas again are just glue on top of a knitted material that provide additional structure and support, but the knitted material that lies underneath that glue is softer than the battle knit of the LeBron 16s. It kind of makes sense, right? I mean, you take the battle knit from last model, which was already remarkably durable and supportive for a knitted material, but maybe not as soft as other knitted materials on the market, and you replace it with a softer material, and then you only add structure and support in the areas that you need it, and boom, you call it a new piece of technology, you give it a catchy name like Knitposit. I don't want to call it genius because we've seen Nike pull this off before, but I will say that I do prefer the materials on the 17s over what we saw in the 16s because one of the complaints that I had in the previous model was that upper didn't wrap around your foot as well as it could have, and this new softer material definitely provides a closer one-to-one snug fit, and that's always a good thing. So good job, Nike. You kind of tricked us, but it was a treat. It was like a trick or treat. It was a trick, but also a treat. Get it? The third and last new feature on the LeBron 17 is the traction. Now the LeBron 16 had a very awesome traction setup, and it's one of the main reasons why I kept that shoe in my gym bag for so long. But when I saw the setup that the LeBron 17s had, I was actually a little concerned because the pattern is really tight and compact, and the outsole itself is also really flat, which usually those two things are not a good sign. But so far, I have to say, the traction has been pretty good to me. I got some runs in at my local City Sports, which isn't the worst floor that I play on, but it is a public gym floor, which means you got all types of people walking in there with all different types of shoes. And I've certainly played in some shoes that just can't grab that floor in any way, shape, or form. So I was skeptical that the LeBron 17 would hold me down here. But like I said, so far so good. And only time will tell if that will still be the case after I play with these on more floors with different court conditions. But like I said, on that City Sports floor, it was grabbing and it was biting the floor pretty well with really only minimal wiping. So far the traction has been pretty good and you're not gonna get any complaints from me yet. So there you guys have it. Those were the 3 major changes that I saw in the LeBron 17. I mean, so far I'm actually surprised. I didn't think I would like them that much, but I do think the LeBron 16 is my favorite of the 2. I do like how the LeBron 17 looks, especially in this all red colorway. I really also like how that nip posit looks. It's just a very interesting like ink and water design. I think it's a really cool look. And again, those materials are super soft and my feet really enjoy being wrapped around with that soft Battle Knit 3.0, I guess it's called. Either way, I think the LeBron 17 is a very slick looking sneaker. So I am happy to have this in my collection. And like I said in the beginning of the video, guys, I only got a couple of hours of playing these. So if you want a full in-depth performance review, hit the like button on this video because I think if we can get to 1,500 likes, which is very doable for you guys, I will drop a full performance review on the LeBron 17. So help me, help you, help me with the like button on this video. Smash it and subscribe so you don't miss that video. Everyone who's already subscribed, Happy New Year. I hope you guys have a great 2020. Anyways, guys, my name's Jared. It's been having you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.